Kent Adams here. Welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. I hope you're having a good day. It's funny when you start talking about 95 degrees as being cooler, and that's kind of the target for a lot of this week. So be careful out there. Be careful of fires too. We've had some awful things go on this last weekend, and please be careful. Um, Wendle Ford Nissan. Perhaps you've heard of them. They're a staple here in Spokane. They've been involved in this community for a very long time, even longer than I've been alive. And that's a long time, okay? And good people. And we're going to talk with one of the most recent kids, I'll call him a kid, who's working there and had his first sale last week. Next on the Pulse of Spokane.
Starting a digging project? Before you reach for the shovel, you must click callbeforeyoudig.org, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. Click 3 business days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. Just click callbeforeyoudig.org before you get started. It's the law. Be safe, protect our buried utilities, and click callbeforeyoudig.org. Brought to you by the Inland Empire Utility Coordinating Council.
Well, welcome back to the Pulse of Spokane. Kolby Goff. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Not a Wendell, but kind of. Where's the
Kind.
relationship so everybody watching knows?
So my mom is a Wendle. Her maiden name is Wendle.
Yeah.
So she's Dick and Carol's daughter.
Yes.
And so she married my dad. He's a Goff, and so my last name's Goff.
All right. All right. And I mentioned to you before we went on the air, way back in the old days, because I'm old. I'm actually ancient, but we'll go with old. Your grandma Carol and I worked a lot in the community. She was very active in the education part of the community and so forth. So you come from good stock.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I'm very lucky.
Yeah. A graduate of Mount Spokane.
Mount Spokane.
Okay, in the Meade district. You
Mhm.
corrected me before we went on to make sure I knew it right.
Yep.
Okay, and you're in your 3rd year, a junior coming up at Whitworth College or Whitworth University, I
Yes.
guess. Okay, I remember when it was Whitworth College, and I remember when people that work there were giving me bad time because I just called it Whitworth. No, Kent. All right, so it keeps changing and growing and so forth. An absolutely a wonderful place.
Oh,
A
yeah.
good camp. You know, we really are a college town. We tend to focus on Gonzaga because of their basketball and other things, and we have a couple of great community colleges and so forth, and WSU south of us, and of course EWU. But then we've got the U District downtown, and always Whitworth. And I've always seen good people, good students come out of there. Are you feeling like you're getting your good education?
Oh, for sure.
All right.
It's amazing.
Is it?
Everyone at Whitworth's a good person.
Yeah, you just lost your president or
I
losing.
know.
Yeah. Back
But
to
you know what? He's moving up and going to different universities, so that's good.
yeah, and where
Getting
he
different
taught
experiences.
before and was, I think, a department head and so
Mhm.
forth. So he's kind of going home.
Going back to his roots.
Yeah. I first saw your name come up. I believe it was on LinkedIn, and I don't often see students these days, whether they're in high school or college, tout their business background and business involvement. It's usually the arts or the, you know what I mean? Something
Mhm.
sexier, if you want to call it that. And you were very proud because you joined the business club. This last year, another really difficult year for everybody, you were the president of the business club, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so you worked yourself out of a job, and now what are you doing?
Well, now I'm the student advisor for the club. I wanted to give the opportunity to be president to one of my coworkers in the club,
Okay.
and so now she's the president, and so I created a position for myself called the student advisor. So essentially, I help out our staff advisor for the club.
I have to
with what
say,
she
this
does.
kid is going to, I'm sorry for calling you a kid, but you are to me, okay? This kid is going places, okay? I love that. Where did that come from? That ambition to go into business?
I don't know. I guess just growing up around my parents, they've always been a good influence on me and just kind of built that work ethic in my sister and
Yeah.
I, and we've always wanted to get involved. My sister actually is the one who got me involved in business club in the first place.
Okay, because didn't she just graduate
Yes, she
recently
did.
from Whitworth?
hmm
Yeah, okay, great. And now what is she doing?
She's working at Wendle in accounts payable.
Ah, okay, so she's gonna pay the bill I just sent out today
Oh
then.
yeah.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Um, why stay within the family and not, and I ask this not as a negative question, but as a positive question, because so many young people these days want to go out and be on their own and create their own path and so forth. Why keep it in the family for you and your sister?
Well, I think we just like being around our family, honestly.
Okay,
We love
yeah.
working with them. We love the dealership. We have lots of longevity there, so we've known all the employees for our whole lives, and it just feels like home to us. We grew up there, and that's just what we've always planned on doing since we were little, and
Oh, really?
it's just
I
kind of
think
stuck with us.
that's neat. Okay, now you had your first sale the other day, right?
Yes,
I
I
mean,
did.
honest to goodness client that came in and all that, right?
hmm
And what happened when, because you take the car out to get it detailed and finished and cleaned and pretty
Yeah.
for them to take. What happened when you took it to the back shop?
well, well, I've always been a lot attendant since I was little. I've helped out. I've helped out as a lot attendant. So I've cleaned up all those cars, and
Yeah.
so all my friends kind of work back there, and I know everyone back there. And when I brought it back, they were all shocked and started clapping and cheering me on, and it was fun. It was a
Was
good
it
experience.
good? Good. The kid did it. Yeah.
Yep. And then I helped him clean it up just because I'm just used to it. I guess I just jumped on, started talking to them and helping them out.
Yeah, that's great. You know, the one thing when you talk about doing that and Wendell's involvement in the community over the years, you look at what's gone on and so forth. Um, it's a great place. It's a great place to visit. You don't feel the pressure
hmm
when you walk in. I noticed that when we went up to film some stuff last spring and so forth. And oh, you're here to see your dad and your
hmm
mom, and so they went and got them right away and so forth. But you don't feel the pressure, that negative pressure that you see out there sometimes. Okay,
hmm
and part of it I think is there's a lot of competition to buy online and everything else. And you guys do that too, right?
So we do internet leads online, and we can get lots of the process started
Okay.
online, but you can't do a complete buy online.
Ah, okay, okay. Welcome to today, right?
hmm
Yeah. So, what's your favorite car on the lot?
Oh, well, right now I drive a Ranger, and so
Okay.
that's my favorite one on the lot.
For this
But
month.
yes,
Yeah.
but the one that is coming in soon that I absolutely love is the new full-size two-door Bronco.
Oh, okay.
It is a gorgeous vehicle, and it actually looks very similar to the old one. And my dad was always a Bronco collector. My first truck was a Bronco.
um, you know what mine is?
What is yours?
Mustang.
Really?
Yeah. I understand there's a new one out now that's electric.
There is
Yeah.
the Mach-E.
Have you driven it yet?
I have. I did my certification training on it 2 weeks ago, and so I got in, and while I was doing my training, I was driving it around and testing all the features out.
Oh, you didn't come by here and let me drive it or anything.
No, but I could do that if you want to
Oh.
test drive it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Actually, we took one of the cars, and I forget what it was, last, I want to say June or July, a year ago, and took it out. Our car guy, who does a
Mhm.
car show, took it out to kind of evaluate, and I don't remember what it is. I'm not into cars, you know. I mean, I remember coming in and leasing a station wagon. I don't even think they make station wagons anymore. But from when you were on Northtown,
Mhm.
across from Northtown, and because we took trips during the summer and needed the space,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, you do what you got to do when you got a family and everything else. But love that car. It was a great car, and so have others. Um, but the Mustang, my wife had a 65 Mustang when we got married. And so that was our car for a while because when you first get married, you can only sometimes afford one car, you know. So that was the one car we traded and used and so forth. And then I found a used one 25 years ago and found a friend who could paint it and everything else. And my wife gave me the worst time spending all the money repairing it. But you know what? It was actually cheaper for over the 2-year period than leasing a car.
Really?
I put less money into it. I was afraid when I added it up that she was going to be right. Once in a while, it's good to be right, you know. But
Mhm.
yeah. Um, so what is it you want to do when your dad and your mom retire? You going to run the place?
So that's a question I get asked a lot.
Of course,
I
yeah.
do plan on running it along with my sister.
Okay.
But where we don't know yet is we haven't hit every department, and because there's running a dealership's kind of like running 4 different businesses
Right.
in one.
Right.
And so we haven't gone through the entire dealership yet. And so we aren't really sure which parts of it we each want to run. And so we get asked that a lot.
Well, it's
but
not going to happen overnight
yeah,
anyway, right?
yeah, it'll take a few years to figure
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
out.
So in another, what, 3 years?
No, a little longer than that.
I have the feeling if your sister's anything like you, it's going to be a shorter period of time than your parents expect.
Oh,
right?
she's way smarter than I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What do you need, brownie points at home or something?
I guess.
I
don't
guess.
know.
Hey, you brought something. What did you
I
bring?
did. So right here, I got a tumbler with some goodies in it, and then I also have a certificate for an oil change
Okay.
at Wendle.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal because
Mhm.
with this hot weather, it's time to change the oil, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
And service is getting expensive right now, and so it's nice to have certificates and ways to get that
It is
done.
nice. Okay. The way to get this is to go on this program, and it's streaming live right now, and to put on there that you would like the Wendle, what do we call it? Tumbler and certificate, and put a way to contact you. And the second person to do that wins. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, you've just been holding that since the beginning, okay? You're afraid
Yeah.
afraid I was going to take it?
I
No.
guess so.
Looking back, let's go back to because you're still going to Whitworth. What's the one thing you've really learned in all of your classes that really kind of surprised you?
Oh, that's a really good question.
I didn't say I was going to ask an easy question.
Oh shoot. Well, one concept that we talk about a lot at Whitworth is defining success.
Okay. Yeah.
Because everyone defines it differently, and that's something I've learned. Because to some people, success is
Getting
making a
up in
bunch
the
of
morning.
money,
Or getting up in the
or
morning.
getting up in the morning,
Yeah.
or being able to retire at 30. But something I've learned about myself is that I look at success more as something that is just accomplishing your short-term goals.
Okay.
So I want to make myself better each day. So today my goal might be to sell one car
Okay.
And-
Or survive this conversation.
or survive this conversation.
Yeah.
But my goal is making myself slightly better each day.
Good.
And then I focus more on those short-term successes.
Yeah.
And that's something I've learned from lots of my professors at Whitworth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've ever had Kevin Parker on this show or
Yes, I have.
you have.
Yes.
Like he's one of my favorite professors.
Yeah,
We always had discussions like this in his class.
Good. Yeah. Sharp guy,
Mhm.
involved in so many things. In fact, it's been hard to get him on in the last year or so just because of his schedule.
I
He
bet.
keeps taking on things, you know.
Yeah.
But I do know he follows because I'll give him a bad time once in a while and he'll respond and so forth. And yeah, it's good. One more thing, we're going to give away a couple of tickets to the Shock game this Saturday. It's here in Spokane. And if you're interested in going, please do the same thing you're doing for the oil change, and that is make a comment on our Facebook and a way to get in touch with you, okay? And we'll give away 4 tickets. All right, so that's your way to get a special deal. Thanks for coming down. Please say
course.
hi to your mom and give her a bad time for me.
Okay, I will.
Because she doesn't like to be on camera.
She does not.
But I've seen her on camera
She's
since.
good at it. She
Yes,
just
she
doesn't
is.
like
She
it.
is. I know, and I don't blame her. Obviously, it's easy for you. The best as you continue to grow in the business, as you go and continue at Whitworth, a wonderful university. And thanks for coming down today. Okay,
Thanks for having me.
I'm going to take you up on that ride in the Mustang. Okay.
I can go grab it right now. I'm going to work right after this.
All right. You know where I'll be this afternoon, right? Hey, thanks for watching the Pulse of Spokane. Have a good day, everybody.
Well, this is Bloomsday in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Bloomsday.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate, but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Bloomsday wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
At Wendle, you are respected, you are valued, and we have an experience tailored to fit your lifestyle.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Gina.
And we bought 3 cars from Wendle Motors. Throughout the day, I just kind of would get updates, texts, phone calls, and I was actually really impressed with how my wife was taken care of.
People should shop at Wendle because they make you feel like family.
For your tailored experience, come see us at Wendle at the Y or Wendle.com.
Welcome to Apex Plaza, Spokane's one-stop cannabis destination. Apex Cannabis features thousands of economy, value, and luxury cannabis products. Cannagear features hemp-based CBD products, glass, goods, and gear. Stop by 1325 North Division to experience the Apex difference.
This product has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence of this drug. There may be health risk associated with the consumption of this product. For use only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children.
When building a home or considering a major remodel, who are you going to choose? The Spokane Home Builders Association is an organization that works to elevate professionalism in the residential construction industry. We promote, protect, and educate for our community, building our community one home at a time. We are the Spokane Home Builders Association.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.